Chapter 26. Some days have passed since Rhino's attack as it's now December 1st 2010. Christmas is 24 days away. I woke up in the morning and got out of my bed and got ready for school. I exited my room and my mother was asleep on the couch. I chuckle and kiss her on the forehead and leave the apartment but change into Spider-Man and start swinging around the city. I listen to some of the music coming from my headset and look around as the people of New York are setting up Christmas decorations while they wave to me and I wave back. While I was swinging, a person approached me out of nowhere. "Hey Spidey," it was the Human Torch. "Hey Johnny, what are you doing here?" Well, in the mornings I do morning workouts including flying, but I saw you and thought I should say hello. Well, hello. I landed on a random rooftop while we talked. "Ready for Christmas?" I said. "Yes, I'm especially waiting for snow. I love it when New York is covered in it." "Wait, I'm curious, does it affect your powers?" Johnny shook his head. "No, actually I'm basically immune to the cold." I pout. "Lucky." Johnny asks, "What are you planning today, Spider?" I check my phone. "I have to get to school soon." "Oh, high schooler, huh?" Johnny chuckles. "How about a race then?" "A race?" "Yeah, I'm kinda curious what's faster, flight or web swinging." I smirk. "You know, now I'm interested." Johnny smiles. "I knew you would. Alright, wait, which school?" "It's Midtown High." "Okay, first to Midtown High will win." "You on Storm?" I ready myself with a web slingshot as Johnny yells. 3, 2.1, go. I let go, slingshotting myself and start swinging while Johnny flies around the building. Johnny taunts as he's already ahead. "I thought you'll give me a challenge." I smirk and my electric sting sparks activate and I go a little faster and web zip around buildings and jumping off ledges for boost and use my parkour skills to jump around the obstacles on the rooftops. I eventually get a little ahead of Johnny and taunt him. "A challenge, huh?" Johnny grins and tries to increase his speed as we're close to the school. As we get close to the roof, I use a secret technique I call electric sting boost, where I can dash in midair and with that I zoom past Johnny and land on the roof. "I guess web swinging is our answer." Johnny pouts. "You cheated," says the guy who flies around, giving me a disadvantage. Johnny shrugs. "Fair enough, you win. I should get going before Sue gets worried." "Alright, see you later, Johnny," I said while waving goodbye, and Johnny leaves. I headed inside the school building, then moments later I went invisible and changed into Peter Parker and ended up in the hallway. Harry saw me enter. "Hey Pete, how's it going?" "Hey Harry." We both take a look at the Christmas decorations being set up. "I guess the school is pretty excited for this year." Harry nods. "Yeah, I hope we get the day off help with decorations." I chuckle. "Mostly not, but let's hope so." Moments later we head to class in history class. As we all sit down, Mr. Lee started speaking. "Good morning, students. I know we have started December, but doesn't mean you're going to slack off. You can go do that during break. Right now I got a lot of paperwork to give you guys," he says as he gives everyone paperwork to do while everyone groaned as all my classmates are just feeling lazy. Hours later, school ended for the day and I exited the building while Martin Lee was still doing a little paperwork. As he does that, the principal, Mr. Andrew Davis, enters his office. Mr. Davis, how can I help you?" asked Martin. "Oh, just dropping by the other teachers to give them good news about this month." "Oh really, about what?" "Well, I decided this month the teachers get to leave early at the same time as the students." "What, but why?" Andrew Scruggs, because I feel like it. I don't want my teachers being pressured to go extra hard because students are close to Christmas break. So what should I do? You get to go home like the other teachers, just take the dance. I doubt that next year I'll do the same. Martin nods. Good night, sir. Martin Lee heads home. Hours later, as soon as he heads home, he opens the door and immediately his 10-year-old daughter Samantha sees him and charged after him. Dad, you're home. She gives him a big hug. His wife Mina heard about the commotion as she just got out of the shower. Oh Martin, you're early today, she says while Martin curries his daughter with an arm. Yeah, the boss making the teachers get to leave work only this month. After saying that it made Mina happy. Good to hear. I did want us to spend time together more. Martin chuckles and he goes to sit down on the couch, putting his daughter down. How's school, Ms. Positive? Oh, it's good, Dad. My friends were fighting against our bullies. It was funny. Were you involved? And don't lie. No, I promise I wasn't. I was an observer. Good, I don't want anyone to hurt my angel, he says as he starts tickling her for fun. Dad, stop it. Hey. Meanwhile, at the raft, Hammerhead is sitting on the field. A guard approaches him. Hammerhead looks at the guard, then the guard speaks again. You got a phone call. Hammerhead stands up and heads towards the phone and answers. Speak, says Hammerhead, and on the other end a mercenary is on the phone. I found him, boss. I found Lee. Hammerhead smirks. Good, make him pay for betraying me. He hangs up the phone. Meanwhile, the mercenary's call ended and he walked away while preparing his firearm. Chapter 27. The next day arrives and school ends for the day and I start swinging around, but I slowly start to notice how cold the weather is getting. Brr man, I gotta say my suit is not made for this kind of the weather. I saw Felicia's penthouse nearby and I think to myself, maybe she has some comfortable clothes. I swing to her penthouse and knock on the door and he heard it as she was sitting in the higher place. Hey there, little spider, come in before you freeze my house. She pulls me inside the house and she goes towards the table near the fireplace. On the table there were 2 hot cocos and she offered me one. I know you're cold, babe, here hot cocoa. I take it and remove my mask and take a drink. Man, this must be the best cocoa I ever drank. She giggles. Why thank you, keep flattering me and I'll make you sleep over again. I blush after she said that as she sits near the fireplace and pats the ground. Care to join me, babe? I nod and sit down next to her and she leans her head on my shoulder. How's patrol? She asks while taking a drink of her cocoa. I respond, all right, not a lot of crime happening, which is kinda surprising for this city. She chuckle, maybe criminals are taking Christmas break too. I wrap my arm around her. I guess you're already on break. Hee, I'm on retirement. All the items I stole and sold got me early retirement. Well, I guess I don't have to worry about the black cat in action. She pauses for a moment and responds slowly, yeah. Anyway, give me a hug, Spider. She lays her head on my chest and kisses me on the neck and asks, I'm guessing your suit doesn't work on the winter, huh? Yeah, actually I was wondering if you got anything that might help. She gets up and goes to her room and looks around and finds something. How about this? She exits the room with a blue scarf, a blue hat, and a red jacket that is for some reason has an identical design as my normal top, and it's a leather jacket like the Last Stand suit, but my spider logo on the jacket doesn't pop out like my suit does, as it seemed to be just painted instead. She approached me and I asked, what's with the jacket? Well, I got bored one day and decided to make a winter jacket out of your suit design. It reminds me of you a lot when I sleep, but it could be useful for you. It even has fluff inside. After she says that I took my bag off and she puts the jacket on me and closes it up, then puts the scarf on me. She giggles. They're not. You should be better in the cold. I smile. Thanks Felicia. Always Spider. She kissed me and I got an phone call from Yuri and I answer it, causing Felicia to pout. Spider-Man. Captain, how can I help you? Well, we finally got Rhino under control, but we need to take him to Raft and I need you to keep an eye on Rhino. Basically a delivery to prison. Alright, where and when? She says about a few minutes and she tells me the address and I hang up inside. Duty calls. Felicia pouts. Okay, but I give her another romantic kiss and put my mask, backpack, and blue hat on. After that I headed back outside. Meanwhile, an hour ago when school ended, Martin Lee headed home. As he approaches the door he sees something's off. There's blood and he hears Samantha crying. Martin runs to see what's going on but sees the blood trail as he keeps going. Samantha, what's wrong? But he saw the worst thing he would ever see. Mina was murdered in front of Samantha. Mom, please wake up, Mom. She saw Martin and run towards him, hugging him. Dad, Mom, she can't be right, she can't. She pressed her face on his chest as she cried, Mom. Martin looks in horror and holds his daughter. Stay calm, sweetie, I am here, Dad's here. Who could have hurt Mom? Who could have indeed? Says the cloaked figure on the couch, and Martin gets startled and gets angry. Did you do this, you monster? Well, let's not jump to any conclusions, he says as he gets up and approaches them. I'm not your enemy, Mr. Lee, I'm your friend. Friend, huh? Then tell me who did. Oh, how about your old boss, Hammerhead? Says Martin. Yes, it seems he never let go of the fact you left the mafia and stole $1 million from him. But why would he do this? To spread a message, Mr. Lee, but enough about that, I can help you. He puts his daughter, Samantha, wait outside. But Dad, please sweetie. She leaves the house while Martin talks to the cloaked figure. He asks, so what do you want? I done research about you, Martin Lee. What research? There's nothing special about me. Oh, but there is, for you see you have a power hidden inside you. A power? What do you mean? The cloaked figure groans. Do I have to spell it out? Okay. You're a mutant, Mr. Lee, a mutant who has never awakened his power, and I can give it to you. Martin chuckles. Am I supposed to believe that? Believe it or not, it's true, it's in your DNA, and if you don't believe it, then you will never have your revenge, will you? The cloaked figure walks away, but Martin stops him. Wait, I don't say that. The cloaked figure stops walking and Martin speaks. Okay, let's say that's true. Please tell me, how do I activate it? The cloaked figure grabs Martin's family sword that was on display. All you have to do is let me help you. In exchange, I want something from you. And that is, cause as many problems for Spider-Man as you can. Spider-Man, I don't understand. Shut up, fool. Are you going to listen or let Hammerhead walk away freely? No, I want him to die. The cloaked figure smirks. Good, now get on your knees. Martin takes a deep breath and does so. Martin takes another deep breath and the cloaked figure stabs Martin in the chest, causing a huge amount of dark and light energy starting to cover his body while Martin screams in pain but thinks about his wife, making him motivated to keep going. His skin turns black like the void and his outfit looks wild, but then all of the sudden parts of a wild samurai armor appear and assemble onto Martin. Once his transformation is complete, the cloaked figure removes his sword and drops it on the ground. Not you're ready, Mr. Negative. he says while he walks away leaving the building, and Martin takes some deep breaths and whispers, "I'll avenge you, Mina." Chapter 28. Meanwhile, I made it into the area where Yuri wants to meet as she and her crew are ready to take Rhino to Raft. I landed on top of the container Rhino is being kept in. "Captain Watanabe," she smiles. "Spider Cop." I rolled my eyes. "Are we ready to go?" She nods. "Ready when you are." I nod. "Let's go." As I said, the officers move the container to a ship and the ship travels towards the Raft prison. Yuri is chilling on a railing while I jump on a railing next to her. She chuckles. "Like the winter getup." "Thanks. So how's life? How's the chief? I haven't heard from him." "He's been very busy, especially when his daughter recently took the job as his assistant for when he retires." "Well, that's understandable. What about you?" "Me, well, nothing much, just been doing my job, nothing much to it, still a lonely gal afterwards." "How about you? I seen you been fighting supervillains often now." "Yeah, personally I like the challenge, but it gets tiring." Yuri chuckles. "I bet." The driver yells. We're about to set foot on Raft. Me and Yuri nod to each other. We keep transporting the Rhino to the inside of Raft. As we entered, we saw a bunch of prisoners in their cells looking at me and in anger shaking all their chains, begging to be released to kill me. Yuri asked me, "You alright?" I nod. "Yeah, let's keep going." We kept walking until Rhino finally got put inside his cell underground. As the Rhino entered, he demanded, "Where am I? Let me out, let me out." "Sorry, but the animal needs to be put in his cage," I said, but the alarm went off. "What's happening?" I asked, but Yuri calls the warden. "What's going on up there?" "We got an intruder and he's letting everybody out." "What?" yelled Yuri. Meanwhile, moments ago, Mr. Negative landed on Raft and the guards approach him. "Freeze, don't step foot here." But Mr. Negative is just breathing heavily. "Must kill Hammerhead." Then he stomp on the ground, making a shockwave, sending them flying back into the walls, knocking them out. While they are knocked out, he walks towards them and touches them, causing him to use his powers to corrupt them, and orders them, "Unlock everything, now." The men do so and Mr. Negative makes his way inside. While walking his way inside, he uses his family sword to cut all the guards that get in his way and eventually enters the control room and opens everyone's cell, and all the prisoners start a fight inside the prison. Meanwhile, me and Yuri made our way upstairs only to see chaos. "What the hell happened here?" I said, but Yuri points at Mr. Negative. "Look there." I look at him, but he is being covered by the crowd. Yuri came up with the plan. "Spider-Man, I could be able to control the power, but you have to close all the exits they could get to." I nod and webs swing around the prison. I went on high alert as I used my webs to cover any exits to the place and kick everyone's butt back to their cells and web them up. Meanwhile, Hammerhead is still in his cell because it wasn't unlocked, but Mr. Negative approaches his cell. "Hammerhead," he says, causing Hammerhead to realize who it was. "Martin, is that you? You will pay for what you've done." Mr. Negative screams in war cries and summon a shockwave that destroyed Hammerhead's cell and caused him to be sent flying back towards the wall. He had no time to recover as Mr. Negative grabbed him by the throat. "I will avenge Mina, you bastard." Hammerhead just laughs at him. Meanwhile, as I webbed up the last guy into his cell, luckily none of the villains I faced hadn't broken out because, like Rhino, they were underground and they had to be opened in a different control panel. Anyway, Yuri, seeing me put the last guy away, has locked the cells and the doors, restoring the securities. Yuri looked at Hammerhead's cell and yelled, "Spider-Man, hurry to Hammerhead's cell, he's there." I nod and swing my way towards the cell. Meanwhile, Hammerhead is still laughing at him and Mr. Negative asks, "What's so funny?" "I'm laughing because once you kill me, your daughter will always hate you for the monster you've become. Ha 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 ha, she'll never forgive you." "That may be true, but I don't care. She'll be safe from you." Then he stabs Hammerhead and he laughs it off and I arrive. "No," I yelled and use my web to pull Mr. Negative away and web him to the wall. I check on Hammerhead, but it's too late as he's dead. I walk towards Mr. Negative. "What did you do?" "Avenge my wife, you would understand one day, Spider." I look at his face and realize who he is and I think to myself, Martin Lee, my history teacher. But as I was thinking about it, Martin pulled his hand away and grabbed my hand using his powers as I scream in pain and then my vision went blank. Moments later I open my eyes again, but I'm not in the real world. It was very different, like the world was in black for a while. My outfit changed where the red and blue colors of my suit switched and I got a black and white aura around me. I yell, "Hello, is anybody there?" Then I hear a young girl laughing and playing around. "Come on Dad, play with me," says the girl. I walk towards where the sound is coming from. The path started to get longer, so I sprint, but I kept getting longer, so I swung until I heard the girl screaming, "Dad, help me." I swung towards the light at the end of the path. I ended up in a room in an apartment as I saw a younger wife who is pregnant. Then a younger Martin Lee entered the apartment covered in blood and bruises. His wife hugs him and comforts him. "Are you all right, Martin? Look at you." He sighs, "I'm okay, just had a rough day at work." "Hammerhead shouldn't keep you working." "I know, but we have to." "No, we don't." "Don't you see, Martin, we can't live like this anymore." "What do you mean?" "I mean you coming home scaring me to death and every day you go out I worried if the father of our child would even come home. I can't do this anymore, you have to quit." Martin yells at her. "I can't quit, we'll go broke and Hammerhead will be after us. I rather have that than our daughter living without a father." She holds his face. "Please Martin, you have to stop this." How can I just walk away?" "I know a guy, he can help us, even help steal money from Hammerhead." "You want us to rob him?" "I know that sounds bad, but do you want to live in the streets while we figure out our next job if we have the money?" I get honey, let me think." Then another voice speak to me. It was Mr. Negative. She was right, I couldn't let my daughter live in a world like this. I had to take the chance, so I did it. The room changed to me being outside of Martin's house and I entered it. I follow the bloodstains while Mr. Negative talks. I try my best to help build a future for my family. Instead it leads to all of this, as he said that I enter the living room and see it. His wife's death and their daughter crying. I got a little sick and pulled my mask up to start puking. "I'm sorry you had to see that, but you had to understand why I did it. He deserved to die. He only deserved his sentence. If you killed him you just became as bad as he is. You became the man you feared." Martin: "That may be true, but I have no other option. I was hoping you would understand." "I do understand, but it doesn't mean you have to get away with it. I'll stop you. Go ahead and try, Spider-Man. I might be gone before you know it." Then my vision went to blank. I eventually recovered back to the real world as Yuri is checking if I'm okay. Spider-Man, can you hear me?" What happened?" I asked while I stand back up and Yuri helped me. "You passed out after he touched you." "Where did he go?" "He got away." "Damn it, we have to find him." I walk away and Yuri stops me. No you don't, you have to rest, you won't be able to find him in that state. What should I do then? Nothing, I already send scouts to search the entire city, let's hope he will be still around tomorrow, go get some rest. I sighed. Fine, thanks Spiderman, the prisoners would have gotten away if you didn't help. I nod and look at Hammerhead's corpse, which is all bloody on the chest but has no sword attached to him. I web swing out of raft and head back home, luckily before dinner. I changed back into Peter and I approached my mom and hugged her. Sweetie, what's the matter? I remember back to the little girls crying for her mother and I said, I love you Mom. She smiles and hugs me back. I love you too, my son. Chapter 29. After I had dinner with my mom, I sneaked to Felicia's place to spend the night with her. I wake up in the morning next to Felicia, who is again wearing nothing. Cuddle her and she slowly wakes up seeing me putting my head on her chest and she giggles. Someone is in a cuddly mood. I nod. I just wanted to spend a little more time with you. She giggles. You're such a baby, Peter. I look at her and give her a kiss and I get out of the bed and immediately put my costume on as school's closed for today. Felicia gets up and dressed, then hugged me from behind. You going to fight Martin again? I nod. I have to, or else he'll do something dangerous, people could get hurt. She rolled her eyes. Heroes, but you're lucky, I can understand. That's because you're a good person. No I'm not, I just love you. I sigh. Felicia, I know in your heart you want to help people too. Yeah, whatever. I rolled my eyes and kiss her. I gotta go on patrol. I walk away but stopped and smirks at her. I could go for some breakfast from your cooking. Felicia smirked and walked towards me, giving me a kiss on the cheek. Let's go eat then. We head to the kitchen. Meanwhile, Mr. Negative parked his car at a nearby dock with Samantha in the back seat. He exits the car and grabs Samantha by the wrist. Let's go, Samantha. What, where? To our new home. Why, we just buried Mom, why are we leaving? The cops will come after us. Dad, what did you do? Avenged your mother. Samantha's eyes widened and she tries to pull her hand away from his grip, causing them to stop moving towards the dock. No, I'm not going with you. Samantha, listen to your father. No, my father would never murder someone. Martin rolled his eyes and touched her head, using his powers to corrupt her. Do as I saw. The now mind-controlled Samantha says, Yes, father. Martin looks at his hand. What have I become? I am sorry, Mina. He keeps moving and Samantha follows. They keep going until they get towards a big ship, and once they step foot on it, one of the guards saw them and aims their weapon. Sir, you have the exit the ship immediately. Mr. Negative smirks and stabs the guard with his sword, causing the guard's blood to spill at the mind-controlled Samantha. With the guard dead, they keep going towards the control room. Meanwhile, 30 minutes later, I'm finishing eating breakfast with Felicia and I get a call from Yuri and I answer. Captain, we found Mr. Lee. All right, where? We got reports of he just stole a ship at the docks with a kid with him. I think to myself, his daughter. Then I speak out loud. On my way. Hurry, the ship already took sail. I hang up and get ready. I have to go. Wait, says Felicia. I'll help too. I raise my eyebrow as she stands up and goes to her bedroom. I asked, You sure? Yes, I want to help, and besides, he got away last time. With my help he won't. He's dangerous, Felicia. She comes out of her bedroom as Black Cat. So did you forgot who you're talking to, little spider? I'm no damsel, I'm Black Cat, and this cat is ready to catch a rat. I smirk and put my mask on. Let's go. She nods and climbs on my back and I web swing to the fox with Felicia holding me. Meanwhile Mr. Negative got the ship going while Samantha is tied up but the mind control wears off. What's happening? Our fresh start sweetie. She moves around trying to remove the binds. It's pointless Samantha. Dad, why you doing this? Just turn yourself in. I would rather live in another country than be in jail, which that's what we're doing. Dad, please stop this. This isn't you. Where's my dad? Where is he? He died with your mother. Martin Lee is gone. There is only Mr. Negative, he says while smirking. Meanwhile me and Felicia approach the ship as Felicia is driving a jet ski because I can't swing to the ship. Alright, get ready to jump, Spider, says Black Cat. I nod and we both jump into the ship. All the guards are dead on the floor, but as soon as we step foot on the ship, Lee uses his powers to mind control them like zombies. Black Cat looked at me. I got this, Spider. Get Lee. I nodded and I headed to the control room while Black Cat fought the zombie-like guards. I enter the control room. It's over Moody Pants. Mr. Negative turns around, letting go of the wheel and destroys the brakes. Spider-Man, let's settle this. I look at his daughter. It's going to be okay. But Lee charges after me and my spider sense kicks in and dodges him and dodge his slashing attacks from his sword until I'm next to the window. I try to use my webs to web him up, but he keeps cutting them before they touch him. Mr. Lee, you have to stop this. Never. Then he fires an energy beam at me, ending me flying to the front of the ship, and Lee jumps off and goes towards me, but I dodge and we kept fighting while I keep dodging his attacks, but he did cut my legs and arms a few times. Meanwhile, Felicia makes it to the control room and sees the girl. Hey, I am with the spider. I am here to help, she says as she uses her claws to cut her ties. She gets up. Thank you, cat lady. The girl goes towards the window. Dad, please listen to me. It distracted Mr. Negative. How did you? I use the opportunity to push the both of us off the ship, but Lee uses his sword to catch himself while I fell into the water. Little spider, says Black Cat as I get in the water. I thought to myself, stupid, real stupid Spider-Man, now what? As I was underwater, I saw a police helicopter nearby, and in an instant I tried to grab it with my webs and it worked. I climbed the web back up. Okay, so my organic webs are waterproof. That could be useful. You okay, Spider Cop? Says Yuri as she's inside the helicopter. Yeah. I look at the ship and web zip to back on the ship. Meanwhile, Mr. Negative climbs back on the ship and Black Cat jumps down. You'll pay for hurting my spider. Then they both fight each other. With Black Cat's claws she got the upper hand, but Mr. Negative managed to put Black Cat on the ground and was ready to stab her, but Samantha steered the ship to make it turn towards the city, causing Mr. Negative to fall to the side of the ship. I use the opportunity to web grab his sword. Sorry, but big knives are dangerous for little kids. And throw it towards the water and punch him with an electric sting, sending him flying out of the ship, but I use my webs to throw him to the wall of the ship and charge after him. Before Mr. Negative could react, I hit him with a barrage of electric sting punches and at the same time covered his body with webs and stuck him to the wall. I grab his head. How about a taste of your medicine? Then I use electric sting on him, causing Mr. Negative to pass out. I took some breaths, but Samantha yells, Spider-Man, the brakes are destroyed. I jump back inside the control room. Stand back, Ms. Lee. I use electric sting on the control panel, luckily stopping the ship, but it was moving too fast. Little spider, we're going to crash, says Black Cat. I squint my eyes. No, we're not. I head to the back of the ship. I had an idea, so I used a lot of webs to grab onto the ground underwater since I learned the webs are waterproof. The ship tried to pull me away from the webs, but I used my super strength to keep holding the webs, which made the ship slow down over time. The civilians in the city freaked out because they were seeing a ship about to crash into the street, but because of me the ship eventually stopped when the ship was about to make contact with the city. "You did it, little spider," says Black Cat as she runs towards me and hugs me while I let go of the webs. "Damn, I hate stopping very vehicles," Black Cat giggles. Moments later, back on the city streets, Mr. Negative is being arrested and has been put in the back of the police car. Black Cat left all right to not talk to the cops. Yuri is talking to another officer while I see Samantha sitting in an open-door cop car. I walk towards Yuri. "What are you going to do with her?" "Well, Ms. Lee said her aunt and uncle are willing to take custody for now on." I look at the girl. "Can I speak to her?" Yuri nods. "Yeah, take your time, I got stuff to do here before we leave." I nod and Yuri walks away. "Good job, Spider-Man." I walk towards Samantha and get on one knee as she looks upset. "Hey, you did a great job saving Ms. Cat. What's your name?" "Samantha." "How you feeling, Samantha?" "Terrible, my mom is dead and my father is a murderer." She starts to tear up. "Hey, it's going to be okay." "How do you know?" "Because I understand how you feel. I lost family too." She looks at me in confusion. "You have?" I nod. "My father died when I was a young age and I had to live the rest of my life with my mom. I was devastated when he died. He was the best father I loved." "Oh, I'm sorry for your loss." "Hee, it's okay, I eventually recovered from it." "How do you do it, Spider-Man?" "Well, I'll tell you this, it doesn't get easy. Some days you feel guilty about how much time you had with them and sometimes blame yourself, but the key is to keep living and over time you'll recover." "I don't know if I can." She starts to cry. "It's okay, some people recover and some people don't. It's your choice, but remember this, Samantha, no matter where you are or what decision you'll make, your mother will always be watching you and staying by your side." Samantha gets out of the vehicle and hugs me. "Thank you, Spider-Man." I hug her back. "Take care of yourself, Samantha. Keep fighting. Your mother wants to see how much of a brave woman you'll become." The officer approaches us. "Excuse me, Spider-Man, I have to take the girl to her uncle's place." I nod at her. "Stay strong for me, Samantha." "Okay." She nods and enters the police car. I stand up and nod at the officer and they drive off. After that I looked around for a moment, but then all of a sudden snow started appearing. I take a look at the sky as it's snowing and I say to myself, "You're watching me, aren't you, Father?" Chapter 30. A few days have passed since Martin Lee's arrest. At night time I swing through the snow-filled city like normal, listening to some of the music in my headset. As soon as I continued swinging I saw something. I am a man dressed in red and black with horns fighting some street thugs. I swing down to help him. The man dressed in red is giving them a decent attacks to them despite using 2 sticks. The 2 of the thugs were going to attack them from behind, but I use my webs to stick them to the walls. 4 against 1, let's even the odds. The man in red nods at me. "Thanks." Then he focused on the other 2 left, but I joined the fight so we take 1 each. One of them was ready to grab a pipe, but the man in red throws his red stick, bouncing it around, knocking the guy out. "Nice work." I said, but the guy I was fighting punched me, causing me to move back, but the man in red helps me out and we overwhelmed the guy and we took him down and I web him up on the ground. All right, that takes care of that, nice work, I said as the man in red gives me a thumbs up. Thanks for the help, kid. I raised an eyebrow. Kid, I am a man. The man in red chuckles. Sure, you are Spider-Man, and you are. The name's Daredevil. I chuckle. I heard about you. You took down Fisk Incorporated, right? He nodded. And you're the guy who took him down after he escaped? Yeah, but I never found out who killed him. Do you have any idea? I did some digging, but whoever killed him knew he was doing. I nod. Yeah. Then all of a sudden his stomach growl. Oh, sorry. Dude, did you eat? Not really, hee hee. Do you wanna get a pizza or something? He shakes his hands. Oh no, I'm about to head home actually. Oh, okay then, have a good night. See ya, kid. I told you I am not a. Then I saw him swing around with his sticks, which were apparently batons. I yelled, hey, what the hell, swinging is my thing, copycat. But he's gone and I facepalmed. Meanwhile at Dr. Connor's home, he is in his office looking through his studies until he realized something in his formula as 2 test tubes are on display. He looks at his computer. It's done, ha ha ha, it's finally done after so many years. His wife Martha opened his office door. Honey, dinner's ready. Oh, someone's happy. He gets excited and approaches her. Martha, I did it, I finally did it. Her eyes widened. No way you didn't, Kurt. Come on, let's test it. He grabs her by the hand and they go towards their test subject, which was a rat with no legs in a cage. Kurt started the recording that was pointing at the cage. Martha looks as Kurt is ready to inject the formula. All right, Mr. Rat, it's time for you to live your life again. He injected the serum. They both looked at the rat but then saw nothing happening, leaving Kurt upset. Are you kidding me? His wife held him. It's okay, I know you're getting close, just don't give up. Kurt pouts, but then something happened. Mr. Rat started to walk around and act weird. He started wobbling like a worm, but then his legs regrew back and started to walk on 4 legs. Kurt and Martha got shocked at what they witnessed, and Kurt stopped the recording and hugged Martha. It worked, it worked. Oh my gee, honey. Then she realized, oh wait, we should go eat before dinner gets cold. Kurt nods and they leave Kurt's office while Mr. Rat eyes changed color. The next morning I just finished school for the day and head to the alleyway, but got a call from Dr. Connors. Doctor, Peter, I've got great news. Oh, what is it? It's a surprise, please come to Oscorp. Oh my way. I ended the call and instead of changing I head to Oscorp on foot. It was a while since I've been to Oscorp since my hologram copy has been doing the work for me. It's kinda selfish of me, but then again people needed Spider-Man more than ever in recent times, so I think it was a good idea. I head to the Oscorp entrance and check myself in. Ah, Mr. Parker, welcome in. The doctor is expecting you, please check in, says Linda. As I check in, I head towards the elevator and enter it until I see a blonde man who seems to be around my age with a skateboard on his backpack approaches the elevator I'm in. Hey, can you hold the door for me? I hold the door so he could enter it. Thank you. The elevator goes up with the both of us inside. We headed to the floor and oddly enough we were going in the same direction. Dr. Connors as usual was looking at his computer, but I disrupted him. Dr. Connors. Kurt gets happy hearing my voice and turns towards me. Peter, great to see you here. He raised his eyebrows. William, what are you doing here? The blonde man behind me, who was revealed to be named William. Hey Dad, I just wanted to stop by and... He grabs a bag from his backpack. Mom said you forgot your lunch. He gives Kurt his lunch. Oh thank you son, I got so excited to show Peter this I was in a rush. William chuckled but my eyes went wide. You're Kurt's son? William nodded. Yeah, the name is William Connors. You must be Peter Parker, right? My dad told us about you. I thank you for keeping an eye on him. I nod but Kurt interrupts William. Don't you got practice today? William realized. Oh yeah, but coach got busy today and delay it to tomorrow. I raised an eyebrow. And sports guy, you sure you're not Kurt's son? William chuckled but Kurt said, well, William wants to follow his own path and I respected his wishes. I asked, say, what school do you go to? I go to Coles Academic High School. How about you? Midtown. He nods. Nice. I think to myself, Coles Academic, I heard that name before, but when? Wait, didn't I go on a field trip with that school? Yeah, I remember. I even meet that cute Korean. What was her name again? It started with a C. I shook my head. What you doing? You got Felicia. Don't think about other girls, you idiot. Kurt notices. You okay, Peter? I chuckle. Yeah, just lost in my thoughts. Kurt chuckles to that. Relatable. Anyway, I have to tell you the news. Please follow me. I nod and look at William. You can join us. William shook his head. Not sure if that would be my thing. Come on, at least try. Oscorp is making wonderful things to make this world safer. Don't you wanna see how? William rubs the back of his neck but nods and we follow Kurt.